In increasing and decreasing function, we saw that suppose this function, okay, at this point f dash of x will be 0. Suppose at point C, okay, so f dash of C equal to 0. That means slope is 0. Okay, now if you observe here, derivative of the function is positive and here derivative of the function is negative. So we say that here function is increasing, derivative positive, function is increasing, here function is decreasing. So see, at point C turning has occurred, isn't it, where derivative value changes from positive to negative. Okay, so the one turning point has come here. Similarly, if you observe this figure, here also f dash of C is 0. Suppose this point is C. Okay, and here derivative is less than 0, here derivative is greater than 0. So here also, see, from negative to positive value is changing. So see, in one graph, if we have function is increasing at each point and reaches to highest point, then started decreasing. So this point is called as maxima, isn't it? And here for this particular case, if function is decreasing function, isn't it, and it reaches to its lowest value, then it started increasing, derivative positive started increasing, so that point will be minimum point. Okay, so this point is called as maxima, this point is minimum. Now, since we saw these increasing and decreasing functions, so we can say, if definition of maxima and minimum, if f dash of C is equal to 0 and f dash of x is positive, okay, and to the left of the point C, where derivative of function at C is 0, and f dash of x is negative to the right of that point C, then function is increasing function and point will be, this point will be maximum. Okay, similarly here also for this definition, what we can say, function is changing sign from negative to positive. Okay, so that's this point where derivative is 0, this point will be taken as point of minima. Okay, so now we understood maxima point and minima point, where how can we get, means if turning is there and from positive to negative, that means function will have maxima, from negative to positive, maxima, and negative to positive function will have minima. New concept is the local maxima and local minima. See, we can have this kind of graph here. Suppose okay, so now see, at this point we can say f dash of C 0 and turning point is there from positive to negative, from positive to negative, that means this is maxima. Here f dash of C is 0 and turning is there from negative to positive. Here also we can say, here also, here, see. Okay, so particular function can have many maxima and many minima. Okay, so this is called local maxima and local minima, because at each point turning is coming, turning is there, and from positive to negative, negative to positive function is changing. Here positive to negative, increasing then decreasing, that means reaches to peak value then started decreasing. So this is also maxima, this is minima, this is maxima. So all these are called local maxima and local minima. Okay, so then we can have Suppose for search function, suppose this function, this is e power x graph, isn't it? Here turning is not there, means we cannot say that at one point to the left of that point function is decreasing and to the right of that point function is increasing. That turning is not there. Okay, if you consider each point on the curve, here function have some value, here function have some value, but at particular one point is not there. Okay, where sign of the function is changing. So what we can say here, this type of function does not have maxima or minima. Okay, so neither maxima nor minima. Log x function also you can consider. No turning. Okay, no turning. Sometimes turning is there, but we cannot say about maxima point, local maxima or local minima. So that point is called as point of inflection. So you can consider graph of x cube here. Okay, y equal to x cube or f of x is equal to x cube. So see here, this point is called as point of inflection, because f dash of x is not changing sign here. If you draw a slope of tangent, so see f dash of x is positive only. Okay, this line will have positive slope, this line will have negative slope. So see, if you draw the tangent, it will have positive sign only. So there is no point at which function derivative is changing its sign, but turning is there. See here, turning is there. So where turning has occurred, that point is called as point of inflection. Okay, so we saw local maxima, local minima, point of inflection. So we can find local maxima and minima by two tests, first derivative test and second order derivative test. So first order derivative test is same as we did in increasing function. Okay, so for the first order derivative test, what we can say, f dash of x is positive, f dash of c is equal to 0. Okay, then c is a critical point. See, critical point means either it can have maximum or minimum, because we saw in graph here also f dash of c is 0, here also, here also. So any maxima or minima, so not decided yet. Okay, so critical point we can say. Then by first order derivative test, if f dash of x is changing sign from positive to negative, okay, from positive to negative, then we can say f dash of x positive to negative, then we can say c is a point of local maxima. Okay, second case, f dash of c is 0 is the critical point, f dash of x changing sign from negative to positive, then c is a point of local minima. Okay, so for this particular test, what you have to do, after substituting f dash of c equal to 0, you have to take 3 or 4 values, okay, to the left of c and to the right of c, and you have to check whether we are going from positive to negative or negative to positive. That you have to check here. So then only you can say from the first order derivative test function has local maxima or local minima. Okay, for example, We can take one example. X square minus 1, suppose. X square cube minus 3x. Okay. So see, f dash of x will be 3x square minus 3. So we can substitute value 3x square minus 3 as 0. So we will get x as plus minus 1. Okay. So x value is plus minus 1. So suppose this is plus 1 interval. This is minus 1. So here we have to check. Suppose we will take plus 1 to the left of plus 1, to the right of plus 1, and to the left of plus 1. Here also to the right of minus 1, to the left of minus 1. We will substitute value in this function f dash of x. F dash of x is what? 3 times x square minus 1. And we will check whether we are getting positive value or negative value. So suppose for 1.1. Okay, so 1.1 means this value will be greater than 1. So this subtraction will be positive. So answer is positive. So here answer is positive. Take some negative value, 0.9 suppose. So 0.9 square will be negative because 1 is greater. So here negative. So from negative to positive we are going. So function will have minima, isn't it? This type of curve will get negative to positive. So function will have minima. Similarly, you have to check for these also. So it takes a lot of time to check for arbitrary points. So there arises the concept of second order derivative test. What is that test? Second order derivative test is f dash of c equal to 0, then c is a critical point. Okay, now we don't know whether it is maxima or minima. Critical point, f dash of c equal to 0. Then what we will do, f dash of double second order derivative means double order we should find. So we will check the f double dash of c is less than 0 or greater than 0. If it is less than 0, that is negative, so function will have local maxima at c, and in this case function will have local minima at c. Okay, see, suppose this is f dash of c equal to 0. Double order derivative is negative. Negative means it is decreasing. So decreasing means from highest point it reaches and then it started decreasing. So highest point it reaches means maxima, है ना? And here it is increasing, positive. This one, f double dash of c, and this is f dash of c equal to 0. So positive means it reaches to lowest value and then started increasing, है ना? That means local, this c point will be local minima. So this is easy, second order derivative test. No need to consider any arbitrary points and all that things. Directly we can find points and we can find derivative at double order derivative at those points. We can check positive or negative. According to that we can decide whether point is maximum or minimum. Okay, now so working rules for local maximum. Working rules means first step, f of x will be given to you. Okay, so differentiate with respect to x, whatever, or first write step 1, find derivative. Okay, then after finding derivative, that is f dash of x, substitute as 0. Okay, values of x you will get here. After substituting f dash of x equal to 0, values of x you will get. We can take same example, 3x square, sorry, x cube minus 3x I took, no? So 3x square minus 3, f dash of x, first step, derivative. Put f dash of x equal to 0. So 3x square minus 3 is equal to 0. So x square is plus, x square is 1. So x is plus minus 1. Put f dash of x 0 over values of x we got, third step over. Second step, find f double dash of x. Okay, so f dash of x is this, so double dash of x will be 6x. Okay, so find f double dash of x over. Then next step, check f double dash of x positive or negative at each x point. So what we got here, see, f double dash of x we got 6x and 2 point we got. So f double dash at 1, 6 into 1, that is 6. So positive, and 6 is positive, so we can say that at x equal to 1 function will have minima, local minima. Okay, and for the next point minus 1 we can check. So f double dash at minus 1, so 6 into minus 1, minus 6, negative. Then by second order derivative test we can write at x equal to minus 1 function will have maxima. Okay, so this is the working rule. According to this step we should follow. Now sometimes question comes, see, we know now function will have maximum value at this point and minimum value at this point. Find the maximum and minimum values. That time, suppose x equal to minus 1 will have maxima, isn't it? So maximum value will be f of minus 1. So in that question we have to substitute. Okay, so minus 1 cube minus 3 minus 1, minus 1 plus 4 plus 3, so answer will be 2. So maximum value of function is 2. Likewise we can find here. Now this is about local maxima and minimum. We have absolute maxima or minima also. So whenever we say absolute maxima and minimum, that means only one maxima throughout the function or only one minima. Okay, see, suppose consider the graph of sine x. We know range of sine x is plus 1 to minus 1, isn't it? So at all these points derivative is 0, here also. Okay, so many local maxima sine function have, from means uncountable maxima. Okay, here also uncountable minima, local minima, because here turning point is there and increasing decreasing we can see. Now to get the absolute maxima or minima for this particular function we can restrict the domain. Okay, from suppose 0 to 2 pi, close interval 0 to 2 pi if we consider, that means only this much. So for this function only one maxima will be there and only one minima will be there. So that particular maxima will be called as absolute maxima and this minima will be called as absolute minima. So when we talk about absolute maxima and minima, only one maxima or minima throughout the function. Okay, so if some of the functions have many critical points in that, so we can restrict the domain to check whether function have only maxima or minima. Okay, now we will check working rules of absolute maxima and minima. So working rules for absolute maxima or minima. First step is find derivative. Okay. Second step is also same, f dash of x equal to 0. Then values of x you will get, all critical values we can say, values of x. Okay. Now absolute maximum or minimum means closed interval will be given to, suppose a and b. Okay. So find, fourth step, find value of f at each point, that is x, and at end points of interval also. Okay. So here second order derivative test is only for local maxima and minima. So consider one particular example here. Suppose f of x is equal to what we can say, suppose 2x cube minus 15x square plus 36x. So first step is f dash of x is 6x square minus 30x plus 36. Okay. So 6x square minus 5 plus 6. Second step, substitute equal to 0. We will get x value, okay, 2 and 3. Values of x we got 2 and 3. And suppose interval is 1, 5. So find values of f at each point of f, x, and at points of interval, means x equal to 2, x equal to 3, and x equal to 1, and x equal to 5. We have to substitute in this function. And from there we can check which value is lowest, which value is highest. So that point is absolute maxima and that particular point is absolute minima. Okay.